says you can come out of that closet now. You don't have to stay in that house all your life. I know your children acting up. I know your husband acting up. But there's a conclusion. There's a conclusion. I said there's a conclusion to this matter. You see, ain't that right, baby? They may be oppressing you right now. But Solomon said that every good work and every evil work, God's got his eyes on it. God's got his eyes on it. And he sees everything that's happening in your life. Y'all don't mind. Can I be myself on it? Can I preach this like I feel it? I've been through some things in my life. My God, the push factors have pushed me to the point where I felt like I just can't do it no more, Lord. I even told the Lord I ain't gonna preach no more. Every time I say a word, you don't stand up for me, Lord. But God told me, if you just hold on, and stand still and see the salvation of your Lord. So I believe that I'll stand still just for a while and see the salvation of my Lord. Look at here. I want to tell you something else. David. Y'all know David. Do you know David? Do you know who David was? If you don't know David, let me introduce you to David. David found himself alone in a time of distress. And they tell me David ran to a place where there was a mountain. And behind this mountain, you couldn't see what's going on in my life. You can't see the problems that I'm having right now. You can't see how my boss keeps stressing me out. You can't see how my children keep stressing me out. But oh Lord, David said, even though I'm stressing, he said, as a deer panteth for the water, so will my soul thirst after the Lord. Because David said, I believe while I'm going through this in my life, I believe while I'm going through these things, my husband don't look at me the same. My wife don't look at me the same. My children get a hard head. But David said, I will remember in my life, there was a time when God was working things out for me. There was a time in my life when there was milk and honey all around me. So even though I'm in my time of distress right now, David said, in retrospect, I believe I'll look back. Can I look back for a minute? I believe I'll look back for a minute and I'll see the time when I held my baby in my arms. I remember the time when she said, Daddy, oh Daddy, I can't speak right now, but in my spirit, my soul loves you. And when I remember the good times that God gave me, I might be distressed right now, but my soul is happy. And I thank God for what He's already given me. So what am I telling you? Even though you may be going through right now, and you find yourself on your knees, and you say, Lord, help me believe there's going to come a time when God will. And I say it and I mean it. There was an old saying when I was young. I said it at a minute, and I'm here to represent. I said this, that God will at one time in your life visit you and everything that's going on in your life. Lord have mercy. He's going to do like he did the disciples. When the disciples saw Jesus walking in the midst of the storm, and they thought it was a ghost, but Jesus said, it's me. But when God got in the boat, Lord have mercy, he said, peace. Oh, yes. And I preach this like I feel it. And I preach like I feel it. He said, peace. He said, peace. He said, peace. Be still. You got things going on in your life right now, but God's going to jump in your situation and say, peace. Be still. You got to hope, Lord, and see the salvation of the Lord. I got to get out of here, but I feel the help of the Lord because I feel like David. When David said, he's my strong tower. In a time when I find that I am weak, I can call on the Lord, and my cries come before the Lord, and he hear my voice. And because he hear the voice of his servant, he's got to move. I want to flip the script for you. You see, there's some push factors in your life, but there's some push factors in the life of God. Can I preach that like I feel? You see, there's a push factor in the life of God, and that push factor for God is when he hears the cries, when he hears the cries of his children, when he hears the cries, when he hears the moans, when he hears the groans. Tears may be coming down my face, but when God hears the cries of his people, it pushes God out of the situation. It pushes God, and God has to turn his head and say, I hear you, baby. I hear you, son. I know what's going on, but you gotta push God. Can I preach this like I feel it? Lord have mercy. Maybe I'm the only one that has told God, you got to see about me. And I found out that when I held on, he didn't leave me. He pushed me and he pulled me into this new location. I gotta go home. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, can you stand this push? Can you stand this push? No. I want you to get sassy with it and say, neighbor, can you stand this push?
Can you stand this push?
Are you man enough?
Are you man enough?
Are you woman enough?
Are you woman enough?
To stand these pushes
To stand these pushes?
until God pulls you
God
to
moves.
your new location.
Oh!
And I preach like I feel it. The Bible tells me in Revelation, in my new location, I got a room with my name on it.
All right now.
And there's streets that are paved with gold. There's streets that are paved with silver. There's streets that are paved with amethyst. And oh my God, I can't wait till I get there, baby. They tell me my room got a star on it. And it said, Jamie. It said, Jamie, welcome home, son. And it won't be long. I got to get out of here, y'all. But I'm going home to my new location. Yes, Lord. Y'all sit down. You're making me nervous. Sit down, please. You're making me nervous. The more you stand up, the more I feel this thing. Well, if y'all don't mind, I believe I'll keep on pushing like I feel this thing. Lord have mercy. You see, in my new location, I have a 2005 Tahoe. Good God Almighty. I have a nice house that I'm living in right now. In my new location,